Hi everyone, how is your Sunday is going on? Once a guy was late for a very important meeting, but he couldn't find a parking spot after very much effort. In desperation and afraid to miss the important meeting, he prayed to God. God, please help me find a parking spot. I promise I'll go to the temple every Sunday and never drink alcohol again. A moment later, he sees, he saw a, a spot just next to the entrance. Then he said to government, then he said to the God, hey, God, no need to worry, I have found. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Welcome to meeting number 162 of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow. Let's begin with our mission. We provide a conducive, supportive, and positive environment, positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication skills and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Some general directions for online sessions: ensure that you are logged in with your correct name. It will help us to easily identify you. All speakers and role takers are requested to add the names of their roles prior to their names. All the guests are requested to prefix guest before their names. It can be done by clicking the participants tab to rename yourself. Know when your camera is on and avoid doing any activity that may distract the speaker. Please mute your microphone except when it's your turn to speak and avoid background noises from interrupting the meeting. Please unmute your microphone and start your video when the Toastmaster of the day and the table topic master ask you to do so. Let the host and co-host handle all the controls. Some Sergeant at Arms guidelines: refrain from speaking about religion, sex, and politics in a derogatory manner. Avoid interjecting the speaker when he or she delivering a speech, evaluation, or report. Avoid conversation in chat publicly when someone is speaking, as it may distract the speaker. Please raise your hand to volunteer during table topics session to speak. Look out for the green, yellow, or red cards on the screen. They will be displayed by the timer at the appropriate times. At the end of every segment, please cast your ballot when the host displays the polls on the screen. Now, I would like to call upon a very elegant, friendly, cooperative, and stylish Toastmaster and our presiding officer of today's meeting. As far as I know about her, she is always ready to help you in any manner. She is very soft spoken, and you will always feel about her that you are familiar with her, even if you are talking for the first time with her. She is none other than our presiding officer, Toastmaster Smita Kotkar. Please welcome Toastmaster Smita Kotkar.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sunil. Thank you, Sergeant at Arms. My dear friends, don't you think our Sergeant at Arms deserves a warm round of applause for the lovely anecdote he began the meeting with? Well, and our friendly neighborhood Toastmaster, Jatin, is also here. Welcome, Jatin. We have spoken to others, and now glad you could also join in. But before we get on with what this Toastmasters meeting is all about, and I hand you over, I would like to ask you all, how many of you are celebrating the Ganpati festival in their homes or in their offices or at their places, neighborhoods these days? Anyone? I know I'm doing it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, actually, I'm celebrating it. I have
Wonderful.
noticed.
Wonderful, Suraj. Wonderful. Anybody else? Anybody else also celebrating?
And for me, I have created a creative. So I am a graphic designer. So from creativity, celebrated all festival whenever comes. So I create a creative. So like that, I celebrate.
How amazing, Bilal, that is. So wonderful. Well, now, when you look into Instagram and you look at Facebook, you will see that it is not just in India, but across the world now, people are celebrating Ganpati festival. And I came across a video of a lady. She's Swedish. And she happened to speak about what she said was very interesting. She said, I want to bring to notice of everyone, and this was in her English, in whatever pronunciation of the English language that she has. She said, I will tell you a way, a wonderful way, and which is tried and tested, and I'm doing it for a number of years now. If you come across any obstacle, if there is something troubling you, and you have to recite this, and you will be free from it. And she said, I was stuck in traffic, and there was no way out, and I started chanting it. And she said, I want to bring it out to the world today. And you know what was that? Could anybody guess what her mantra for coming out of that big traffic jam was? She said, I chant, Om Ghan Ghan Pataye Namo Namaha. I heard it and I was astounded. There is somebody who's praying Lord Ganesha somewhere in Sweden, and she has full faith in Lord Ganesha. How wonderful that is. So, Om Ganpataye Namo Namah, it's the believer who believes, may he be free from all obstacles. And I have a very small incident from his life, a very interesting one to share with you all today. I'm sure many of you would have heard it, and if you have, it will bring a smile on your face once again. So the story goes like, one day Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati asked their two sons, that is Ganesha and Kartikeya, to race around the world. Now Kartikeya's a Vahan, or let's say, his vehicle is a peacock. And do you know what is the vehicle or Vahan of Lord Ganesha? Anybody? Yes, it's a small mushak, that is a small mouse. Now, upon hearing it, that the child who actually comes first will be rewarded, Kartikeya flew off. Now, Ganeshi knew that he will not be able to beat Kartikeya. So what does he do? He stays back, and then he just takes a circle around his parents, Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati. And then he comes and stands and he says, I have completed my task. So when asked, we asked you to go around the world. What is it that you have done? He says, my dear mom and dad, you are my world. And that is what I did. I circled around my world. So with this incident, Lord Ganesha showed us that it is not just the actions that we do for success, it is a lot to do with the wisdom, the intellect that we have out here. We've all been bestowed with it. And it is very easy to navigate through the ups and downs of life if only we practice a little calm inside us. We approach the bigger challenges and obstacles with ease and grace, with little clarity and presence of mind. And that is exactly what we here in Toastmasters also do. Being a Toastmasters does not mean that we have to race through our speeches. race through our projects, leadership roles, but we all come here to grow with purpose, grow in wisdom, grow with intention. And every meeting here is one step forward in honing our communication skills, in overcoming our fears and becoming a better version of ourselves. With this little story, I wish you all happy festivities. And I wish for you all to remember that we have all come here for a shared purpose. And success and to overcome challenges, any challenge for that matter, is easy, provided we all approach it with a little wisdom, little clarity, and little peace and calm. With that, let me also now once again welcome some more guests. Oh, we already welcomed Jayesh. We've spoken to Bilal, Jatin, Rahul. I think we've spoken to all the guests now. We did it before the meeting, and since it's already 16:22 on the clock, let's move forward with the meeting. I'll request all the guests to participate in the sections where our table topic master will be calling upon the guests to participate. And towards the meeting, we would love to hear your feedback. With that, let's get the ball rolling. And now let me welcome our very enthusiastic, very energetic Toastmaster Sunil Gupta as the Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Sunil Gupta, I'm sure when he has been speaking to a lot of guests out here, especially Rahul, when he was telling, you could see the enthusiasm in him, even when he introduced the Toastmasters meeting through his Sergeant at Arms speech, showing that growth, love for what you do is what brings him here. And he with that infectious smile of his, and he spreads that vigor everywhere through everyone in the meeting. Let me bring forth the Toastmaster here who will present today's meeting, who will steer the meeting forward in all the sections of it. So Toastmaster Sunil Gupta, as the Toastmaster of the day, please do come forward. I'll request our tech master to please spotlight him. And Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sunil Gupta, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, presiding officer, for your kind words for me. Once again, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Imagine, one day you are sleeping. Meanwhile, your mother or your wife or your husband locks the door and goes to the market for 1 or 2 hours. Now you wake up and find yourself locked out. What would you do then? Should I give you options? Okay, I give you 3 options that I'm sure that you will certainly do. Number 1, you will break the door. Number 2, you will wait for him or her to return. Number 3, you will break the wall and make a hole. So now let me know what would be your choice.
I will wait for them to be returned.
Good. That I expected. So I want to ask you, Archita, why wouldn't you break the wall or break the door?
Because I'm not able to break the wall and doors. I'm not that much strong. That's why.
Yes, because it is not necessary. It would be a wastage of energy. So we always seek for least effort. This is the 4th law of success on life. the law of least effort. Least effort. Doesn't it sound good? But my friend, Deepak Chopra, the author of the book, never says no effort. So, there is always some effort involved. Do less and accomplish more. We always want to invest less and get more. So, act with love and save your energy. Then use that energy to create or earn anything that you want in your life. For the benefit of guests, I would like to explain the structure of today's meeting. Like a regular Toastmasters meeting, we have three sections: prepared speech section, table topic section, and evaluation section. First, I would like to call upon the general evaluator of the day, a very friendly, active, and engaging Toastmaster Jatin Khilani, to brief his role and responsibility. Toastmaster Jatin is a friendly neighborhood Toastmaster living in Noida, has experience of being a part of various clubs, companies, at present trying to focus on attaining a stable dwelling in mind, body and soul. So please welcome our friendly neighborhood Toastmaster Jatin Khilani. Over to you, Jatin.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, and thank you for those kind words. Even though some present right here were just mentioning that I may not qualify for those adjectives that you mentioned, some of those adjectives that you mentioned just now, but hopefully I will try to live up to them going forward. Now, that being said, we heard a lot from our presiding officer and Toastmaster of the Day about what law of least effort is all about. But there's one more thing that requires effort in life, is improvement. As you want to take or go to new places, move up the ladder in life, there's always something that's required to help you attain. The idea is not to be a perfectionist by the end of this meeting, but to take one step at a time. That is, each step that gives you the maximum improvement. And that improvement comes when you get feedback from your peers, from your well-wishers, who want to help you improve and enhance your skills as much as possible. That is maximum output with the least effort. And that least effort only happens when these well-wishers work together to help you find out what you may not be able to do so yourself. For that purpose, today we have in our TAG L team, we have a few people who are going to help me evaluate the overall meeting and provide feedback to everybody who's coming onto this virtual dais and talking. Let me start first with our timer, who's one of the skeptical ones, but is also the one who's very diligent. She puts in all the effort to make sure that these meetings get conducted with good quality, with good people who ensure that everything that happens with the meeting is of top notch. She has a BBA from BBD, that is Bachelor's of Business Administration from Babu Banarsidass University in Lucknow, but currently stays in another B, that is Balia, and is hoping to do wonders in her future life. Please put your hands together for our time of the day, the wonderful and charming and diligent, our Vice President Education, Toastmaster Archita.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, for such a nice introduction. So today, my role as a timer to keep the count of timings, how much time a prepared speaker or any speaker is left with, and how much time they've already spoken. So for prepared speeches, the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. I will show the red card after 5 minutes, the yellow card after 6 minutes, and the red card after 7 minutes. And they will also get the 30 seconds grace time. Similarly, for table topics, the qualifying time is 1 minute, and I'll show the green card after 1 minute, yellow card after 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card after 2 minutes. They'll also get 30 seconds grace time. And lastly, for the evaluation, the timing is 2 to 3 minutes, and I'll show the green card after 2 minutes, the yellow card after 2 minutes 30 seconds, and the red card after 3 minutes. And I'll present my report at the end of the meeting when called upon by our general evaluator. Till then, back to general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Archita, for explaining your role so clearly and showing us the backgrounds, the timer backgrounds. The other person who's going to help, the next person rather, is who's going to help evaluate the meeting. And I would like to request him to come up on the stage. He's already on the stage. He's actually sharing spotlight with me. So let me just, without further ado, just introduce this person who's, as his background says, is the secretary of our club, Toastmasters Club of Lucknow. He is another person who sort of epitomizes discipline and diligence with his wonderful work earlier as an SA and now as a secretary. One who hails from Vaishali, Bihar, but is currently roaming the country in the financial capital of India, at least, and is as I would say as diligent in his work as Archita is. But his wonderful introductions is what I miss the most. Though Sunilji is living up to it, but at least I'm not getting those introductions every single time. But I hope I'm hoping to repay the favor through these roles, and hope that he comes on and explains his counter role as wonderfully as he used to do in introductions. So please put your hands together for our counter today, Toastmaster Suraj.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator FNT, Friendly Neighborhood Toastmaster Jatin, for such a nice introduction. And very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. Today, I'll be playing the role of a counter, where I will be noting down the uses of all the crutch or filler words which are unnecessary when we use in our day-to-day speaking or even in speech. I will note down each and every uses by each and every role takers here or member in this ongoing meeting, and I will report my report once the general evaluator will call me in the end of meeting during feedback session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Suraj. Not to put you on the spot, but are you using the presentation or a visual aid that you would like to show in order to present?
Yes, I'll be using presentation, but that is only for the reports. Once I'll fill in all the reports. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. Next person in this team of eagle eye role players, as we call them, because they keep keen eye on, like I said, on everything that happens during the meeting. And the next person is already doing part of her job by putting in the word and phrase of the day in the chat. Now, so everybody already knows that this person is the grammarian, and her name is Nausheen Fatima. Now, Nausheen, if I am not wrong, is the Nausheen that has been the Vice President Education for our parent club, Lucknow Toastmasters Club, and she is, well, Archita just put a comment a few minutes earlier saying Eid Ka Chand. Well, I think this is the person who truly deserves that sort of accolade, being the Eid Ka Chand, because once she went to move away from Lucknow to Bangalore after finishing her MBA from Jaipur Institute, has truly become that Eid Ka Chand. We're glad to have her back on Ganesh Chaturthi. So please, the one who likes literary activities and is a good true speaker, the one who participated in won numerous speech contests and has represented her club at various levels, is also now here to help us improve our grammar by playing in the primary role. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Nosheen Fatima.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction, Toastmaster Jatin. And the Eid Ka Chand has now moved to Jaipur as well, not in Bangalore anymore. So, yeah, everyone, hi. I'm acting grammarian for the day. And my role would be to take care of the grammatical uses in your sentences. And I'll point out towards good uses and bad usages in your sentences. And for today, we have a word of the day and a phrase of the day. The word of the day is avant-garde. I repeat, the word of the day is avant-garde. Now, the meaning of the word is introducing new and experimental ideas, some radical change, basically in simple words. And an example could be as whom usually we consider as an avant-garde designer. Sabyasachi just brings on the old-fashioned trends into a new form. So that would be an example. And the phrase of the day is when pigs fly. And the meaning of this phrase is something that will never happen or is impossible. So TMCL's meeting happening on time is when pigs will fly. That could be an example. So that's all from my side. I'll come up at the end of the meeting with my report back to the general evaluator. Thank you so much.
Thank you, our grammarian, for not only telling us what the role is all about, but also introducing these wonderful word and phrase of the day and giving us what very contextual examples of how to use that and at once. Now, one of the reasons why the meeting did not start on time is because I was still sleeping and I just woke up at the time of the meeting, but that is my bad. That being said, hopefully TMCL will come up with avant-garde methods to ensure that the meetings happen as per people are punctual and meetings happen start and end on time, even without the pigs flying, or maybe the pigs would fly when that happens, just in appreciation. So that being said, I was told that there's no listener for today, but since I like this role so much, I was saying, why not do a dual role and take up the listener role as well? And today, I would be also taking up the role of the listener and what does a listener do? Communication, as we all know, is a two-way street. In order to be able to respond well, convey your message to the audience, you also need to understand how they respond or what is the other side saying. So as Toastmasters, we are here to hone our communication and leadership skills, and listening is a very active and important part of it. In order to ensure that we are not only we are listening when we are not on this virtual license speaking, I, as a listener, would be asking you questions as to what has been spoken by various speakers and test your listening skills during the evaluation section, along with everybody else in the ELI team at the end of the meeting. And as a general evaluator, I would have to keep an eye on everything that has happened in the meeting, along with our tackle team, to ensure that all the other role players are performing the roles to the best of their capabilities, and also explain or provide suggestions of my thoughts on how we can take it up a notch. Hopefully, come up with new avant-garde methods if I can. That being said, I would be presenting my report along with the tackle team towards the end of the meeting, and called upon by Toastmaster today. And I would like to hand over the dice over to you, over to Toastmaster.
Pio is saying something, or she's talking on phone. Okay. Let's start the prepared speech section. Today, we have only one prepared speaker. So for today, prepared speaker is Toastmaster Archita Banawal. For me, she is a an avant-garde Toastmaster. She will be evaluated by a very talented and confident Toastmaster, Toastmaster Suraj Singh. Toastmaster Suraj Singh is from world's first democracy, Vaishali, Bihar. A graduate in history, loves reading and listening books and learning guitar. When pigs fly, I would be able to listen his guitar. Now, I would like to call upon the evaluator, Toastmaster Suraj Singh, to give speaker's introduction and invite the speaker. Over to you, Toastmaster Suraj Singh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Sunil Gupta. Today, I will be a evaluator for the speaker, and though she has already been introduced by our general evaluator, still I would like to introduce her once again, so that I wish that introduction would be like a cherry on the cake. And yeah, she is a BBA graduate, and currently she is pursuing her post graduation in economics. Apart from that, she loves doing varieties of extracurricular activities like dancing, singing, drawing, painting, making crafts, moreover connecting new people, and which she has been doing for long in Toastmastering. She is quite dutiful when it comes to taking up roles in Toastmastering or serving as an EC members, as she has already served as a secretary, as a VP membership, and currently she is our VP education. Today she will be delivering her speech under level 1 project 4, and the purpose is to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. So Toastmaster Archita, the gift of today, Toastmaster Archita.
Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, have you ever received a gift that touched your heart deeply? Ever? I believe that what truly makes a gift special is not the object itself, but the thought, the love, and the intention behind it. A gift becomes like more meaningful when we recognize the hurt behind it. So let me tell you a scenario of my life. Growing up, I never ever enjoyed reading any kind of book, even my academics books. Like, I don't read them. I just go to school and just study what my teaches me. I never read books. I do complete my homework copy, but not the books. I'd rather spend my time playing outside or making crafts or watching TV than just sitting with a book. But something happened, and all of that kind of changed in my life. When my friend, her name was Anu, who has been my friend for 20 years now, she gifted me a book, and the title of the book was Unposted Letter, and it was by Mahatria. She knew very well that I don't like reading books, and despite my reluctance, she gave me that book with maybe she thought maybe one day I'll read and understand. So one day I was sitting in my balcony and I just decided to give the book a try. Not because I had suddenly developed an interest in reading, but because it was a gift. I thought if she has given it, there must be some reason. So I took the book, and as I opened the book, I saw a para written on the very first page. It was, "Dear readers, an answer is seeking the seeker." Then I got some like kind of hint, and I turned the first chapter, and the title of the first chapter was Today is His Gift to You. I read the first chapter, and after that, I realized that whole chapter is about the gift, the hurt behind the gift, and I got an idea. And I realized that the only reason why I am reading that book was because it was a gift, and I wanted to honor it by reading. And after that day, I slowly read a few more books, and till date, I've read 3, 4 books. And I credit this kind of newfound hobby to my friend's thoughtful gesture. So, this whole experience and this scenario taught me that when we recognize the hurt behind a material possession, it transforms into something more valuable, and it becomes a gift. And this lesson is not just about the books or the material things. I feel it applies in our personal life as well. For let's say, just think once, like every day we wake up is a kind of gift by God or maybe the universe, because not everyone who went to sleep last night woke up this morning. And the fact that we did means there must be some higher force which still believes that we are worthy of this another day. And it is very easy to overlook this gift of life, especially when we get caught up in our daily routines or focus on our past regrets or future worries. But each day which we get is a new opportunity and a fresh start. Now, imagine someone who receives a beautiful painting but stores it in a kind of dark closet and never appreciate its beauty or the effort that went into creating that whole painting. Similarly, in our life, when we waste a day, we are not just wasting the time, we are also disregarding the gift of life itself, which is like keeping that painting hidden or never letting it brighten our lives. And life is like that painting, which meant to be experienced, cherished, and admired for its beauty. And our today doesn't care about the mistakes of our past, nor it is affected by the uncertainties of coming future. Today stands on its own, which is unburdened by what come before or what may come next. It is an opportunity itself, a kind of part of life. We can choose to make the most of it. I have kind of one more example that resonates with this idea, and that is of a gardener tending to garden. The gardener cannot undo, or he cannot neglect yesterday's watering, or he cannot even control tomorrow's weather, but he has a chance to water the plants today and pull out the weeds and enjoy the beauty of flowers in bloom. And like that gardener, we have the chance to cultivate our lives each day, regardless of what happened yesterday, what might happen tomorrow. So, when we take care of our today, we are, in essence, taking care of our entire life. When we live in the present, we honor the gift and use it wisely. So, just let us all remember today is the most precious gift we have. As Gautam Buddha also said, let us rise up and be thankful. For if we did not learn a lot today, at least we learned a little. And if we did not learn a little, at least we did not get sick. And if we got sick, at least we didn't die. So let us all be thankful for each day which we have. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Archita Brahmal, for a wonderful speech. Now, let me know Can any one of you stop rain, thunder, storm, or any natural phenomenon? Let me know. Can you stop such natural phenomena? No. Okay.
Yes, why not?
Yes. Who said yes? How? Yes.
Whether we are cloud seeding, we can make rain.
I am talking about stopping.
Yeah, it can be done later. Science is progressing like that.
Okay, we will wait for the developments. So
Yes,
far,
of course.
so far we can't stop.
So far,
Okay. Hello. Yes. Okay. So we can't stop such natural phenomena. As Mr. Satish mentioned that we will be able to stop them. So we will waste, most of our energy if we don't need to stop them. That is the principle. And now, because you can't stop them, you can't change nature, what should we do? Anyone? Okay.
We should preserve nature and
Yes.
be with nature.
Yes, you are right now. We can preserve them, we can accept them. And this is the first component of the law of least effort, acceptance. If you are not able to change things, you should accept them. Accept people, accept situations, accept circumstances and events as they occur. Sometimes it is a kind of what we say that unfruitful to waste your energy on changing others because they are not in your hand. And why should they change on your request? So now let's move on to the next section of the meeting, table topic section. To conduct this section, I will invite the table topic master of the day, a very enthusiastic and committed Toastmaster, Toastmaster Avnish Dubey. Toastmaster Avnish Dubey is a digital analytics by profession. He likes to play table tennis, chess, watching web series and reading books. Wants to learn presentation and public speaking. That's why he joined Toastmasters. Toastmaster table topic table topic master Avnish Dubey, please come and hold the stage with your interesting session. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Sunil Gupta. So, good evening, Toastmasters of the Day, dear guests, and all Toastmasters. I am Avnish, and I am Table Topic Master of the Day. So table topic speeches are impromptu speech, or you can also phrase that unprepared speech. Okay. Do you know what are the benefits of table topic speech? Why we have kept this session? Anyone who wants to say like what is the benefit of table topics for a speaker?
Yeah,
Yeah, good.
Harsh?
Yeah, I
What did you say?
can.
yeah.
Yeah. Please.
So who is going to answer the question? Okay, so table topic session. A table topic is a session which helps us to gather our thoughts quickly. So with the help of it, we can sum up our thoughts in as quickly as possible in less time. That's all.
Great. Yes. So as you said, table topic speech with this we can quickly organize. It will help us to quickly organize our thoughts, and you can also call it as a mini speech that will have opening, body, and conclusion. The main benefit I understand of the table topic speech is that you can be in a control of a situation even when you don't know the answer of that, or even you don't know anything about of that topic, you can at least be in control of that situation. So about the timings of table topic speech is up to 1 to 2 minutes. 1 minute is required to qualify the timings, qualify the speech. At 1 minute, the timer will show you a green card. Okay. Or we will tell green. Okay. At 1 minute 30 seconds, we will show you a yellow card, or we will tell yellow. At 2 minutes, we will show you red card, or we will say red. After this, you will get 30 seconds of grace time to conclude your speech. Let me quickly share my screen. Can you see the screen? Okay. So yeah, can you please volunteer like Toastmasters? We will start with the Toastmaster. Who wants to go first?
So if you want any Toastmaster start with, then I can start.
Toastmaster Jatin.
I think
Toastmaster Avnish Harsh has already raised his hand.
Okay.
Yeah, Harsh has raised his hand.
Okay. So yeah, Toastmaster Harsh, can you just tell one color name out of this all colors?
Blue,
Light blue or blue?
blue, dark blue.
This is your topic. Is technology increasing people's quality of life? Toastmaster Harsh.
Okay.
Is technology increasing people's quality of life?
Is technology improving the lives of everyone? If I it's a statement that, in my opinion, is true. If I talk about technology in our day-to-day life, technology plays a crucial role. Without technology, like if we take an example uh, of Toastmasters, uh, with the help of technology, we are able to conduct an online meeting. We like most of all are at different places and at different countries, and with the help of technology, we can just collaborate with all at a single place. That happens. That is able to happen because of technology. Apart from that, uh, like if I talk about the latest technology, that is artificial intelligence. So so artificial intelligence is a technology that is like uh, that is like that has become one of the uh, necessity of everyone. Like as a Toastmaster, if we have to prepare any speech, or if we have to uh, like uh, if we have to improve ourselves, we can take the help of AI. Apart from that, if we have to work on our communication skills, we can ask the AI that how we can if we have any questions. So with the help of artificial intelligence and any technology, we can improve our communication. At the last, I would like to conclude my topic by saying that uh, technology has become an indispensable part for human beings. That's all. Over to you, Toastmaster Avnish.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hers. What a great take on this. I also believe that technology is really beneficial for us, but it has both pros and cons. Like pros can be that it makes our life easy, but yeah, cons can be that it also makes us lazy. Today only I got a notification in my mobile about my screen time, and I saw that it has increased by 8%, and it was like 4 hours per day. So yes, we need technology, but yes, we have to think how we have to use it. Thank you. Now let us move on our guest Rahul Agarwal. Will you take a
Yes,
topic?
sir. Could you please, actually, being a visual channel, could you please tell me which color is there?
No, so yeah, I will give you a topic.
Okay. Sorry.
First of all, thank you, Rahul, for taking the topic. Your topic is memories of your childhood city.
Yes, please
Yes,
come
Rahul
again.
Agarwal. Yeah,
Yes,
your
please come
topic
again.
is memories of your childhood city, or I would say a city where you have grown up, your memory of that city.
Okay, thank you very much. I was grown up in a small district called Gonda. It is the part of Uttar Pradesh. And when I took the birth, so then my mom said me this there was a very storm and raining happening that time. And when I grew up, I joined a school. So this life was very seamless and very easy to going to school and coming back and you do your all homework. So in this way, life was going on. And when it was then after spending, I think 14, 15 years in that city, I have shifted to Lucknow for better opportunities. And now struggle has started now because to grown up in a very small city did not know
Green.
about the did not knew about the English or every proficiency. So it was difficult time in Lucknow when I joined this City Montessori school and studied over there. So I learned that you have to be very careful and diligent, and as well as keep learning whatever you have gone through. And there will be always a
Yellow.
good path. There will be always a good path if you face any problem and you work up around this. So in the conclusion, I will say life is really beautiful. It depends upon you. How do you look over it? Thank you.
Thank you very much. What a great take on the topic. Guest Rahul. So I'm also in Lucknow, and I can relate the school name. In fact, I was trying my daughter to enroll in that school, CMS. Anyhow, not this year, but maybe some years. But thank you for taking the topic. Now let us move on to the next Toastmaster, Bala. So it's a bit tricky, yes.
You want me to pick a color?
Yes, sorry. Yeah. Can you just quickly
Orange.
pick the color?
Orange.
And it is for guests. So choose for Toastmasters. As you are a Toastmaster, right? Or a guest?
I'm a Toastmaster. Okay, blue. The dark blue,
Blue.
not the light.
Sorry, blue is already taken. Can you?
Light blue. Light blue.
Add? Okay. So Toastmaster Bala, if you have the power of God, what will you do? If you have the power of God, what will you do, Toastmaster Bala?
Ladies and gentlemen, if I had the power of God, first thing I'll do is laugh. Because aren't humans becoming more mortal? They think that pigs can fly. How are they becoming so mortal? They're not caring about themselves, or they're not caring about things around them. I would just say, look at global warming. You don't need to be a great scientist to say that avant-garde is happening because of all those pollution, all those things that humans are doing. If I were God, I would have just told humans, you have started a time bomb for your own self destruction. You don't need me to come and destruct you. You don't need any other aliens or any other planet to come and crash and destruct you because you have started your own destruction. Where I, that God, I wish I could be. But I leave you all with one message. Look around you. What are people doing to the environment? They are cutting the trees. They are just dumping the waste. They are just polluting the lakes. They are just making the seas extinct. If you are God, what will you do? I don't know. But if I were God, I would just laugh. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bala. Such a hilarious take on this. And like, you're right, God may be laughing on us. Thank you for taking the topic. Now who is going next? Anu. So Anu, you are guest or a Toastmaster?
मैं Toastmaster in other club.
Okay. And Jess, are you a guest or a Toastmaster?
I'm a guest.
Okay. One second, screen again. Yeah. So, Anu, can you please choose any color name out of this 4 colors left?
Green.
So, Toastmaster Anu, at what point you will stop trying and change your path? At what point you will stop trying and change your path? Toastmaster Anu.
Thank you, table topic master. If we talk about change, which is inevitable and it's never ending process, we just have to keep changing and adapt to the change. There's a point wherein a change can be related to the skills, or it can be related to adapting to the nature, or it can relate to the adopting of anything which come across your life learning. And if I feel like we have, when we talk about universe are different options have given. We have to just choose. And at one point, if we choose, for example, I have to learn cooking. If I feel that, okay, this is my, the way to learn. And at one point, if I'm content, the content factor is within us. Once I feel that, okay, this is the end point for that content, then I can take a stop and then change it to the other thing, maybe in learning of picking up another skill set. So the path never stops. It is always like learning. And I feel that the universe have many options with us, and change is inevitable. It's always to conclude, if I can say, it's always in the state of mind. The moment you feel that, okay, you're skilled or you're an expert into that, then you stop learning to the part and take another part, because our journeys are different and we travel to different destinations with different learning experience. With that, I hand it over to you. Table topic master.
A great take on the topic, Toastmaster Anu. And see, I have also encountered with this many times, and that's why I thought to keep this topic, that at what time we should change our path. But such a wonderful take. Now, let us move to our guest, Jazz Singh. Guest Jazz, can you choose any color out of this? Choose any color name. Jazz, are you there?
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you're not audible.
Yeah, I said cream color.
Cream color. Nice color. So, you know, this is her rule of table topic, that guests can have one alternate option. If they want, basically, if they want to change the topic, they can. And that is why I have kept two topics for the guests.
Sure.
Have you ever achieved what you dreamed of? Or how important is social respect? Which topic you want to take?
So I'll take, have you ever achieved what you have dreamed of?
Yeah. So, guest Jazz, have you ever achieved what you dreamed of? Have you ever achieved what you dreamed of, guest Jazz?
Yes, so I believe when we are young, during childhood, you are always dreaming of becoming something, whatever your fellow friends are saying. Hey, I'll be a pilot, I'll be an engineer. There are some pressures there are parental pressures that you have to become this, because everybody in the society is pursuing that field. So in hindsight, I dreamed of becoming a doctor, but as I grew, as I studied, and my studies, they kind of drifted towards the commerce side, and my inclination with numbers and accounting I decided that I'll go with accounting. So there are a lot of dreams, there are a lot of irrational dreams that you dream of, and I think when you are trying to achieve something, you will not probably get there. you will always, there is a hope narrative, you will probably always try to dream of something else. If you have achieved a dream, let's say, hey, this is the dream I want to achieve, there'll be a next hope narrative for you lined up. So a hope narrative is something that kind of keeps you going the next day and the next day. So I believe that having a dream will never, it's an endless part to seek. And yeah, I believe that is, I'm still not sure what my dream is, but right now, my only goal is to grow as a person and grow my personality and kind of have a motivational and inspirational impact on people. Thank you.
Yes. So there was one book of Manav Kaul. Manav Kaul is an actor, director. And I have read one line there that, for goals or dreams, that it was, he has compared dreams or goals as a stone that, I have one stone on my head. I go long, and there is a point that I keep the stones. And at the same point, I just took one more stone, more heavier stone on my head again. So we can say like this, like goals are like never-ending thing, as you said. Dreams are never-ending thing. We'll keep going. Nice take on the topic. Who will go next? Toastmaster or guest? Mohammed Bilal, do you want to go?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have two color
Okay.
names left with yellow and orange.
I want to go with the orange.
Okay. So Mohammed Bilal, you are a guest and you have also option of two topics, sir. If you get 10 crore, how will you spend in 3 days? Or can a person be successful without doing hard work? Which topic you will take?
The first one I want to choose. If you take 10 crore, so how will you?
Nice. So guest Bilal, if you get 10 crore, how will you spend it in 3 days? If you get 10 crore, how will you spend it in 3 days? Yes, Bilal.
Okay. So first of all, I need to say this type of question we have heard in Kaun Bane Crorepati. And other than yeah, if supposed to be, if I can able to get a chance get it this amount, then definitely I want to be spend some of a thing I have pre-request. I have said it. So first thing I need to be open my office. So right now I'm doing a freelancing services of graphic designing. So further, I have a plan to open my space from where I can able to help to my client. And other thing is actually in reality, I need to be take my house also. At this moment, I am living with my joint family. So further, I have a plan to do that thing as well. And one and last thing I have a wish. So one thing I need to be sent to my mother to Umrah. So you know it, Hajj and Umrah. So those things I need to be to it, and nothing, anything more. Yeah, lot of things people can able to tell. They need to be go to uh, move to lot of travel. They need to be do it. But for me, two three wishes I have it at this moment. So I need to be fulfill that thing. That's it for me.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Avnish. Over.
Thank you. Thank you, Mohammed Bilal. Your voice was a bit uh, not clear in the last, after half of the speech, I would say. But yeah, I understand that what exactly you wanted to say. And I'd say that it was really nice take on the topic. And 10 crore is too much, right? And there are a lot of things that can be done. But you have opted a very, I think this was such a nice view. how to use. Thank you. I think we can just take one more topic. Who wants to take the topic? Toastmaster said, okay.
Give to Suraj.
Okay, I think we can just quickly have two topics. So you both are Toastmaster. Select any of the color.
Okay, so I'm going to
Just a
have,
sec.
say,
Which color you want to choose?
so
Toastmaster
you're
Suraj.
asking me, right?
Yes, Toastmaster Suraj.
Okay, so let's go with white.
White. Very simple topic. If there's no ghost, then why are there so many stories? Toastmaster Suraj, if there's no ghost, then why are there so many stories?
It's called narrative. If you build it up well, people will be tend to believe it. And see, obviously there are so many stories, not just around in our village or at our home, but it's around the world. And what's my take on this is that I believe in positive energy and negative energy. And if anyone can do something using negative energy, then I would say that, yeah, it's possible. So since I believe that there is ghost, so I cannot say that, yeah, okay, there are no ghosts, right? So your topic obviously is saying that there is no ghost, but I am a believer that yes, still, since I have never experienced or never witnessed any ghost, but still I have a belief that yes, there is negative energy. That's why we sometimes are not able to do something which we want, because see, now that's another story, that's another energy. But the way we procrastinate something, the way we are not able to achieve what we want to, the way we want to explore something but we cannot, right? So that is something which happens in our life at times. So now I think, if whether you believe in the stories or not, we are supposed to make a strong positive vibes around us, so that neither we can witness any ghost, neither we need to believe in that story, right? If, whether you believe it or not, it's fine. So that's all on this topic. Back to table topic master.
Such a nice take, Suraj, Toastmaster Suraj. I can also quickly just tell you one story that I was in my hometown, right? And in a midnight, around 2 a.m., I would say, I went outside. So actually, I was not sleeping. So I just went outside. I saw there was someone who was sitting near there was a washroom outside in a villages, like there was someone sitting on the stairs of the washroom. I have so it is in my mind that there's no ghost, no one can sit there. So just to prove that, it was very scary though, but just to prove that no, there cannot be any ghost, I took a torch because it was like uh, there was no good lighting there. I took a torch and checked that what is that. I saw there was a small tree, very small tree, and it was its shadow, which seems like there was someone sitting. So thank you. Such a nice take. Yes, it can be a negative energy. One last topic, Sunilji, just for you. And then we can...
Okay, pink.
Pink. Is it your favorite color, pink?
Pink.
Okay. A feeling I'm not succeeding and everyone else is succeeding. Toastmaster Sunil, a feeling I'm not succeeding and everyone else is succeeding. Toastmaster Sunil.
It happens most of the times when you see or you feel that others are succeeding, but I am failing or I am not succeeding. One day, one of my friends came to me and said that I have pain in my whole body. Then I asked him, "Where do you have pain?" Uh, like he pointed out that my hand is paining. Now, then said that my stomach is paining. Then he pointed he pointed legs, that my leg is also paining. Then I told him that there is no pain in your body. The pain you feel is in your finger. So that's, we see that others are succeeding, others are jealous of you, but no, it's your problem. You are not successful because of your activities, because of your negativity, because of your what we say that unpreparedness. And as today's theme says that we can't change others. You have to learn from others. Don't try to blame or you can say treated them badly. You should try to learn from them, and you learn from your failures, and if it is better if you learn from others' mistakes as well, then you can become successful, and you should enjoy others' success as well. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmasters, for take the topic. I also believe that we should not compare ourselves negatively, I would say, with friends or anyone surrounding, because it is not going to help us in any way. We should just work on ourselves instead of comparing ourselves. So with this, can say that we can end up this table topic session now. So thank you all the Toastmasters and guests for participating. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Table Talking Master Avnish Dubey, for conducting a very insightful, I would say, and interesting and enjoyable session. Now I would request timer. Where is the timer? I think she forgot about my timings. Okay, timer, please let us know that if there is any disqualification in the table topic section.
No, Sunilji, there is no disqualification. Yes, I forget about your time.
Yes. Now I would request the Zoom master to launch the polls. Okay. I cast the ballot, then I will continue the theme. Now, let's continue with the theme. When we accept things as they are, we are ready to take responsibility of our situation and our problems. One day, a boss was speaking to his management team on sense of responsibility. He posed a question. Guys, tell me, loving my wife is my duty or responsibility? There was a pin drop silence. Then, after few moments, a young employee said, "Sir, it's your duty." Then the boss asked, "Why?" "Sir, because if it were a responsibility, you would have passed it on to one of us." So, responsibility means not blaming anyone or anything for your situation. You have to accept things as they are, and you are responsible for your conditions. This is the second component of the law of least effort, responsibility. Now, I will hand over the stage to the general evaluator to present their and their team members' evaluation reports. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, for explaining us with the minimum amount of effort through those funny stories as to what really this so heavy law is all about. But now let's talk about not love but evaluation. Evaluation considered as the breakfast of champions. Obviously, it's time for evening snacks for everyone and food. So now it's time to get on started with the courses. The first one being speech evaluation. And for that, I'd like to call upon our first, or rather the only speech evaluator for today. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Suraj, who's going to evaluate Toastmaster Achita's speech. Over to you, Suraj.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Once again, very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. Today, I listened to a very relatable speech, and it was more of a story of a girl who was a reluctant reader. Now she turned into a reader. She started with a question that helped her to gain everyone's attention, and then she kept connecting her dots. She kept explaining one example after another, and in between she talked about how she was just able to do homeworks and not able to read any other books or any extracurricular activities. She was busy with extracurricular activities but no more readings, that's it. And then she talked about one of her best friend who has been her friend for last 20 years, Anu, who gifted her a book, and she even didn't read that time. She just kept it. But once again, just while thinking, she just took that book and then she read it, and then she read it, and then she imbibed the lessons from that book, from the chapter, and she executed it in her life. And that she thinks that has brought lots of changes in her life. And then she talked about Buddha's story. Then she given the examples of gardener, which was quite inspiring. So now talking, content was great, no doubt. And here, now talking about your body language, you were constantly using your hand gestures with every words, with every yes, like every whatever sentences were required there, right? You just tried best to sync your hand gestures and facial expression very well. Now here, just a few recommendations. Try to increase the amount of a smile, and I would say at 2 times. You looked a bit tensed, right? But that didn't affect your expression, right? That was visible on your face. Apart from that, when it comes to which voice modulation, the pace rate of a speech was good. And just one recommendation here, to bring a little bit variation in your pitch, right? If you put it on the graph, then it would be like a very straight line, but I want you to bring a little emphasis on such sometimes, for example, you talked about Buddha, so you could have emphasized that line, right? Apart from that, I would say you just spread awareness that reading book gives us a lot. You talked about the importance of today, importance of practicing mindfulness. You talked about importance of yeah, today, and you motivated all of us and towards self growth. In summation, I would say that you excelled in giving your message to your audience, and that's that was a wonderful speech. Thank you so much, and all the best for your future endeavors. Back to general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suraj, for that precise evaluation. Moving on to the table team. And normally we would start with the listener, but because the comedian has suggested, we need to have avant-garde or avant-garde, depending on whether you US or UK English, what English you speak. Let's try something different. So since I'm playing both the roles, I would like to do all of them together at the end. And now I would just like to call upon the grammarian to tell us when did the pigs fly in our meeting today. Over to you, Toastmaster Nashi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jatin. So overall, many of you tried to use the word of the day, and the phrase of the day was also used by a Toastmaster, visiting Toastmaster, Toastmaster Bala. So kudos to you for the usage. And I'll start with the wrong usages, and that would be someone used hand, stomach, or leg is paining. It should have been pain in hand, leg, or stomach. Apart from that, someone used each day we get, each day which we get. It should be each day we get. And it is not about want presentation, but build presentation skills. Someone used hold your stage. It should have been take over the stage. A good usage was stone on the head. Apart from that, all others were up to the mark. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jatin. Back to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Chameleon. Now or rather the next eagle eye role there that we have for today or in our team is our counter. Can I call upon Toastmaster Suraj? Present your report, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, general evaluator. And yes, I have prepared the report. For that, I will share my screen so that it can be visible. So today we have tried our best not to use crutch words. Still, when it comes to spontaneity, or when it comes to any thoughts or any gap in our thoughts which we want to express, and suddenly some words come out in that way, today we have used some words. For example, our sergeant at arms, he was great in his expression and didn't use any crutch words. Talking about a presiding officer, Smita Kotkar, she used two O's and one arms, because when she was trying to give us the examples of Ganesh Chaturthi's importance, that day the story or the example she interpreted, it was kind of a spontaneity, because we just listen to that story, we just read that story, and suddenly we someday decide to interpret it in that way. She got to use this word. Same was with our general evaluator Jatin, who was trying, and since he had to introduce so many role takers. Obviously, those were tag role players. In that time, he used this for one time. Apart from that, our Toastmaster of the day, Sunil Gupta, he used and since obviously Toastmaster of the day is supposed to speak most of the time, and in that duration, he used us for 3 times, and he also repeated the word kind, and there I noticed a short pauses as well. When it comes to table topics, Master Avanish Dubey, he used like for one time, you know for one time, and so one time. Again, us for 2 times. Our speaker, one and only speaker for today, Toastmaster Archita, she used for one time and like for one time during her speech delivery. And I was evaluator, I was not able to notice my speech, so I just couldn't. And grammarian Noshin, she, while delivering her report, she used just for once. So kudos to her. And next, when it comes to the table topics speakers, Toastmaster has used a few more clutch words. For example, like for 2 times, so 4 times, us 8 times. So since he was the first person to take up the role in table topics master, so I appreciate her courage as well as her his efforts, and I think he must be appreciated for that. And when we face a kind of situation in table topics master we all face, and when we try to speak and the way we are supposed to be spontaneous in that situation, we sometimes tend to use a little more clutch words. So obviously with practice we all will be able to minimize that. So I appreciate Toastmaster Hers. And next, our guest Rahul, he used so for one time and for 4 times. Next, uh, obviously, give a big round of applause to Bala. He didn't use any curse word throughout his delivery. Now talking about Toastmaster Anu, you used I for like it was repeated, and it was all again a repeated terminology, not terminology, it's a phrase. And next guest Jash, he used so for 2 times or for 3 times. And Toastmaster Muhammad Bilal, he used for 3 times. And again, when I was speaking, I was not able to notice my uses of curse words. So sorry for that. And Toastmaster Sunil, he used like for 1 times and sorry. And he repeated what he pointed, he used it twice, and means for one time it was okay, but again he was told, so he repeated it for once, and he used I repeated it for 3 times. So these were my reports for today as a counter report as a counter role player. And thank you so much. And we all will be able to reduce all these clutch words uses with the practice. And thank you so much for your attempt not to use it more and more. Thank you so much. Back to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suraj, for that very detailed report. Now we would like to ask the timer on how happy we've been doing.
Good evening once again, all the Toastmasters and guests. So I was not able to record my own timings, and I've recorded all the table topic speakers timing. So Toastmaster Hirsch spoke for 2 minutes 6 seconds. Toastmaster Rahul for 1 minute 53 seconds. Guest Bala for 2 minute 10 seconds. Rahul was also guest. Toastmaster Anu for 1 minute 40 seconds. Guest Jesh for 1 minute 47 seconds. Guest Bilal for 1 minute 24 seconds. And Toastmaster Suraj for 1 minute 49 seconds, and Toastmaster Sunil for 2 minutes 04 seconds. I was only forget to show him cards. I did recorded the timings. Then in evaluation, Suraj was so close to the disqualification. He evaluated my speech in 3 minutes and 29 seconds. And that's all from my side. Thank you so much. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chika. How can you forget noting down your own timings? My bad. I should have asked whether you, as a speaker, you would want somebody else to do that. So it was on me. But now it's time for ending the evaluation report, considering that we did start, I think, around 10 minutes late. I joined 40 minutes later by the time the meeting had already started. So my assumption is that we had already started by then, a couple of minutes earlier. Now, okay, so somebody else is actually the scapegoat. Okay, but time, since we have actually technically we have only 12 minutes left, but if we consider our delay, we could stretch by 5 or 10 minutes, so we will try to keep it to the minimum. Now, timer, I'll request, considering that I'm doing the listener, and to try to also pitch in a few table topic speaker feedback. So could you time me for 8 to 9 minutes? Try to keep it to the minimum, the whole evaluation section. Let's do it in an avant-garde way, or rather avant-garde or avant-garde way, depending on, again, US or UK English. But let's start with our Sergeant Nams. Who can tell me what anecdote did he start his session with? Except Sunilji, of course. No?
If your spouse locks you up, then what are the three? Then he gave us three options of how you will respond.
That was for the team on. Yes, that was for the team on. I'm not sure if he started with a Sergeant Nams, but I heard it from you that he started with an anecdote.
Yes, he did. I think only Sunilji will be able to say that now that he's smiling. I'm forgetting it myself.
Yeah,
There were
Sunilji
so
can
many
repeat because
stories
I did not hear it. I only heard the presiding officer mentioning that you started with an anecdote, and I picked on it. So I would really want to know what anecdote did you start your session with.
I should repeat.
Yes, please.
Actually, once a man was late for a very important meeting, but he couldn't find a parking spot after very much effort. In desperation and afraid to miss the meeting, he began to pray God. God, please help me find a parking spot. I promise that I will go to the temple every Sunday and I will never touch alcohol again. A moment later, he saw an empty spot right next to the entrance. Then he said to the God, God, no need to worry, I have found.
Thank you so much, Sunil, for repeating it for me and for everybody else, because nobody seems to, I don't know why did nobody seem to remember this funny story. But great way to start the meeting and to set the tone by getting everyone involved. And also, as I join in, you are already going through the presentation for mentioning the guidelines. And you had a wonderful intro for our presiding officer of the day, Smitaji, which you always do, because that's your love for her that speaks out in every time you introduce her. So thank you for doing that and setting the tone of the meeting. Our presiding officer, Smitaji, she continued with that energy, with that effort. She acknowledged the anecdote that you mentioned at the beginning of the meeting, which is how I picked it up. And then she had a story of her own to tell. Now, we already know the story because people have repeated it during the session. So my only question is, which nationality did the person belong to who had used the mantra based on which she then told us the story? So what person was the country from whom she had
Sweden.
heard? Sorry?
Sweden.
Sweden, yes. Person
He
was
was
Swedish.
Swedish.
Sweden.
Yes. Yes. And then who had used Om Gana Ganpate Nama as the mantra for all her, so letting go of all her problems and all that. So great way to connect that story, the festival and the story, or rather great story to you connect the festival and then use it for today's theme. So wonderful job done there. Starting off, so you also mentioned a couple of times that you've already talked to the guests before the meeting, so you don't need to repeat it. So that's good. Although I don't know why my name was mentioned twice. I hope I'm not being considered a guest since already Archita has named me Eid Kachan, but thank you for that. You then passed on the baton to Toastmaster of the Day, Sunil, again, who had another story that you already mentioned to talk about, but that came in much later. So, or rather, I think it was, but what would you do? He did use the appropriate, you used it at the appropriate time, Solji. You had then you called upon the general evaluator who introduced the team and all that, and that happened. I think it took a little bit more time than expected, but we could sort of work upon that. With this, one thing that I would like you to do is break down your stories. I think you had for such a serious topic, or rather a great topic of good importance, you did have lighting it up with these funny stories that are relatable. I would have expected you to have one, or sort of break it down a little bit more between after the general evaluation team introduction and before the prepared speeches, because right directly from the introduction went on into the prepared speech section. That's something that you could utilize, the time you could utilize there to build upon your theme as well. Next, for the speaker itself, Archita, wonderful speech. Even I could relate to it. I used to sell books at every year in our school, a convent school, and I used to buy one. I had those two still, which I bought in my 4th and 5th grade. I've never read those, and that habit has continued, even though a friend has gifted me and I've never got to. I carry it around till now, but I've never completed. But that story or that speech has given me now some more motivation, encouragement to build upon it. Now, I would like to ask people. Suraj has already mentioned who the friend was who gave Archita the book. Would anybody like to repeat it, except Archita and Suraj, of course?
Anu.
Anu, yes. Now, and she mentioned this learning from, or the teaching from Gautam Buddha. Would anybody like to repeat that? What exactly was the learning or teaching that she mentioned in her speech?
It was somewhere related to the importance of today, present, focus on present time.
Yeah.
Not exactly, I have remembered the entire sentence.
Okay, so she mentioned a lot of things. The answer is seeking the seeker. Today is his gift to you, and every day is a new opportunity, fresh start, and then as a gardener you can cultivate. But the phrase, or rather the teaching from Gautam Buddha was, so today if you've not learned a lot, at least you've learned a little. If not learned a little, at least you've not been sick. If you've not been sick, and something else, I forgot the last part because I didn't note that. But that was the starting. If Sita would like to repeat or finish it for me, please.
Just a minute. Yeah. It was like, let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learn a little. And if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. And if we get sick, at least we didn't die. And that was
Cool. Thank you so much. Now, her speech evaluator, Suraj, had very good points for her as an evaluation, as her evaluator. You mentioned the summary of what all did she cover, and also gave her recommendations to smile more. Her body language was good. That's a recommendation on variation in pitch, voice modulation. So until you mentioned, there are 3 things that you should generally do in evaluation. One is tell what what needs to be improved, and then also tell, as in where could have been improved, how could it have been improved. So you did mention where, when she mentioned about Gautam Buddha, but how? You could also have given an example of what exactly she have done when she was talking about Gautam Buddha. Should she have varied her pitch while she was talking about that thing? Oh, Gautam Buddha said, even if you've not learned a lot, but at least a little, if not little, you've not been sick, and so on and so forth. So you showcase how do you want her to do, and that would give an example of what you really are recommending. So otherwise, and one more thing is, you went back and forth, as in you were going to start with recommendations, but you went back to body language because you thought you should mention as a good point before you go to recommendations. You could have skipped it and mentioned it at the end because you used the CRC approach, commendation. You could use, so if you miss it, don't go back, go to recommendation, come back to commendations again, and then finish it, because that's generally suggested. And also the summary, that's most important. Put the summary of all that has been suggested, because I understand you were short of time. You couldn't do that. So try to balance your mind. Toastmaster Avnish, as a table topics master, had to drop off, but a wonderful session, as already mentioned by our Toastmaster of the day. New way to introduce the topics, color-based approach, separate topics for Toastmasters and guests. Good thing. You asked for a Toastmaster, then I guess you alternated initially. The suggestion that I had was, obviously, I think Bala had to ask for the word and phrase of the day. So the table topics master should already repeat it, and grammarian should also sort of mention it in the chat, repeat it in chat if not already done so earlier. But wonderful session conducted. Otherwise, also be wary of time. If we are short of time, one thing that we follow table topic speech section is give opportunity to people who are not taking any other role or not speaking. So non-speakers and non-role takers should be given preference. So Toastmasters first, and then Toastmasters start with, then guests, and then other Toastmasters or guests who are not taking the role or not speaking. So, and that being said, if we are short on time, can skip. We are one for club, one family. So if we skip Suraj and Sunilji, I hope they will not mind if we are short on time, and then we could end the meeting on time, like Machine was mentioning. Overall, wonderful job done by all speakers, table topic speakers. Just one generic suggestion before, I would not be able to, since we are short on time, I will not be able to go in detail for everyone, but a table topic speech is like a normal speech, just shorter. So it has to have opening, body, and conclusion, proper structure. And the three things that I didn't like to, or I had learned from, that I keep an eye on is how, so there's concern for audience. The message that you're conveying is actually relevant to the audience. There should be conviction on how you speak it, and then the credibility as to, generally you have an example, anecdote, a personal example, or some story that could showcase that what you're saying without being too preachy is actually relevant. That's something that could have been included in some of the speeches, what I felt. Harsh is I think our counter mentioned was the first one to take up the role of, or rather volunteer for table topic speech. But he's a much better speaker than he did today. Maybe he was just, even though he took time to process the topic, maybe he was just stumped. So would take a bit more because he is a much better speaker. Though his content was contextual, he mentioned AI. Rahul, memories of childhood city. Well done on your first attempt, Rahul. Thank you for sharing your memories of your childhood city. So somebody can tell what was the city that he was born and brought up in, a small town that he mentioned. Anybody? Gonda.
One of those times when the word is on the tip of your tongue, but it's not ready to come out.
So it is Gonda.
No.
Yes, yeah, Gonda is what? Sorry.
And there was one more city where he's grown up in.
I born and brought up in Gonda and shifted to Lucknow after some years.
So he was born and brought up in Gonda and shifted to Lucknow, where he mentioned the school that Avnish also wants his kid to be admitted to. Anybody remembers the school name? Except Rahul, of course.
Yes.
It's CMS, City Montessori School, very famous school in Lucknow, very popular. And now I think it's spread across. There's so many branches within Lucknow itself. I started my schooling in Lucknow, very small school. That school is no more, but so nobody even knows what it is. But CMS is a very famous one. Anyways, Bala, Power of God, great stage presence. Only thing that I would suggest to him if he's not here is he tends to sort of break down his sentences a lot for emphasis, which sometimes reduce the flow or smoothness of his speech. Then I would like to suggest to balance it out. Anu, at what point would you stop and trying and change your path? Very, very good to start to focus on the change aspect, picking the word change and then building upon that, how it is inevitable and how it could have been used. You were smooth, use the pauses, but example is what I was looking forward to, as in why should I believe you, what is it that you have seen? Bilal left, so I will skip him. Jash is here. Yeah, I really like Jash's speech. It didn't seem that it was his first topic speech. You did mention about peer society pressure and how your interest in commerce and accounting, sort of numbers in accounting, really build upon but so you had a smooth free flow of thoughts, and you sort of were very precise. You finished in time, like around 1:30 is what your time was. You didn't have to wanted to stretch it as much as you can, because the more you express in less fewer words, the better it is. Sunilji, and the amount of funny stories that you have, I'm thinking that you, instead of, like, along with being a motivation speaker, you can also attempt your hand at stand-up comedy. So using not only in your team-out session, but also in your table topics, how do you remember all these stories? There's something that I would really like to point it out. Is really good. So I'm learning from you, and if you are succeeding, and your success is our club success and our success. So I'm really happy for that. That being said, overall great work done by the Taggle team. The Taggle team had timer used along with being a speaker, she also was a timer. So kudos to you for doing that. She also you missed noting down our timings, but that was expected. Somebody else should have taken it up. I would have taken it up, or that's okay. You missed one or two instances, but that's okay. If you could have shown the timer report that they generally have, I didn't know shared or not, we could stand as VP Education. If you could collect all these good reports and put it in our club Google Drive, we already have a location for that. We have our counter and grammarian report put in there, but we could put timer report and also other good reports that we find out, and we can share that with everybody before the meeting. If people who are taking up that role, that would be good. For our counter, Suraj, good report, very detailed report. The suggestion that I would have is, since you have a visual aid, don't need to report what's mentioned. You can say, okay, you can say the points that are more important, like you tried today, is why did somebody use so many hours, or where. Then you could also have went in a step further and said, where did they use it? So that then you can give, and also a step further, how can they improve upon it? So that would be more relevant if you already have a visual aid, so you can cut the redundancy. And lastly, word master of the day and grammarian, Nosheen. I think she took up a role last minute. Thank you for sharing the wonderful word and phrase. A few more examples is what I was looking for, is good and bad, good and not so good usages. That's it from my side. Took a time more than expected. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, to finish this wonderful thing. Thank you.
Okay. I vote. Then I will continue with the theme. Okay. Now it's time to closing the theme. But one component is remaining, So we will finish that component. So there is a question that why do two or more people get into an argument? Jatin, you want to say? Otherwise, I will continue. I will not wait for the answer. Why do two or more people get into an argument?
Difference in opinion and ego.
Okay. Yes.
They want to prove their own point.
Yes. So because they start defending their points of view. This is the third and last component of the law of least effort. Defenselessness. Don't try to defend yourself. When you have no point to defend, you do not allow the birth of an argument. Then no argument, no waste of energy. So in conclusion, please make a commitment today to go with the flow and follow the path of no resistance. This is the path through which, with a combination of acceptance, responsibility, and defenselessness, can save your energy and you can create success and good fortune with least effort. Thank you. With this, now I will hand over the stage to the presiding officer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Sunil Gupta. Ladies and gentlemen, may I request you for a warm round of applause for our Toastmaster of the Day. And now, I think it's time for us to speak to our guests and ask how they have felt here, coming, spending time with us. Jayesh, how do you do? Would you like to come on screen and
Right.
let us know how you felt in the meeting today?
I think, thanks, Smita. I think it was quite long. I'm used to, earlier in my organization, during the meeting, it was the duration of the meeting was just 1 hour, 30 minutes. So I believe that this is a 2 hour meeting. It's quite long. I mean, a lot of calls that I was getting in the middle and I have to attend and I have to I was not, I think, I know it's a Sunday, but still there are a lot of work that and calls that you get and you can't avoid all of them. So I think maybe reducing the duration of this meeting might, I don't know how you guys are.
Is it since yours was an institutional club or let's say a corporate club,
Yeah, it
right?
was a corporate.
You're working. And because of the corporate setup, is it possible that because of that, the meeting timing out there was
Yeah,
one?
correct. I mean, yeah.
Because generally in the community clubs, ours is a community club, and generally in the community clubs, the time followed here is 2 hours,
Correct.
where we
Yeah,
have
I totally
about,
respect that. I totally
yeah.
respect that. But I would say that, I mean, when we are introducing the role takers, so I think that could be kind of in a short method, because I think we took 1 hour just introducing the roles, and I believe it is only for the guests who are the first time attending this session. I think if I would have been a first timer, let's say, then I would have totally gotten what the entire structure of the meeting is and what are the roles and what are their uh, asked to do their responsibilities, and it's very all well
Okay, wonderful,
articulated.
wonderful. Your feedback taken. The reason why we introduce people is that when people are introducing somebody, they're also learning how to speak about another person, how to put their thoughts and their feelings and emotions into words to be able to introduce somebody in the aura where he is given that importance in a public. So every single thing that is done with a purpose of improving your own communication skills. So that is the only reason. And therefore, many times we encourage people not to just introduce with the script or the introduction that is being sent, but also introduce people from their heart. But yes, of course, sometimes we tend to go, say a lot. and there we can curb and reduce the time definitely. And let's say make it something like have 2 to 3 points or 2 to 3 sentences or 3 to 4 sentences to introduce people in.
Right.
A
And
nice
another
point,
another
Jayesh.
another
Thank you.
thing that I want to
Yes, go on.
mention that I noted down
Yes,
was,
please.
so the table topics usually are in line with the theme of the day. I think Mr. Dubey, he did a wonderful job with the color coding and everything, and for Toastmasters and for guests, so it was very well presented. But
Yeah.
the what I feel is that the theme of the day, the essence of the theme of the day, kind of move. It's beyond just the theme. It's over. It's kind of overarching the table topics also, I believe.
Yeah. So we do try and align the table topics to the theme of the day, but then we also tend to leave it entirely on the on the table topic master, and we encourage it, but then we don't make it a hard and fast rule that you have to align with the Toastmaster of the day. If you can align with the Toastmaster of the day, that will be wonderful. In case you're unable to do that, I mean, if there is something else that
Upon
you
the
really want to
Yeah.
take it up, then that is also okay. So there's no hard and fast rule, but yes, more often than not, it is aligned with the grammarian, the Toastmaster of the day, and the table topic master. Generally, their themes are quite
Yeah.
aligned, and we
And
follow one theme
and
for the.
also the phrase of the days was something new and unique in this
Yes,
club, which is
yes,
I
yes.
believe
We also
overall
saw that.
very good.
Saw that. Thank you, Jayesh. Thank you so much. Do join us again, and see how it works out for you, because the place where you are, you're also looking for something, and we would love to have a nice speaker like you join in.
I was
So do
actually hoping to
come
get
in.
into Hindi Toastmasters Club, as I told you, and we can talk about that later. But yeah.
Yes, yes. Wonderful. Till the time you do find your bilingual club or a Hindi club, the one that you're also looking into. There is one, of course, and I've told you about it. You can also explore that Hindi club. Right. Wonderful. Thank you for coming, Jayesh. And Varun is here. Hello, Varun. How do you do? I saw you join quite late. Were you here for a
Hello,
while? Would you
Prigali.
like to share your views? How do you do? Long time no
I'm
see.
I'm good, ma'am. How are you?
All well, wonderful. Would you like to share your views on today's meeting? So you
I
joined it late,
unfortunately
I
I
saw.
I unfortunately joined quite late, somewhere
Yeah,
when Jatin was ripping apart the entire meeting.
ripping apart. He was a general evaluator. His job today was to rip the meeting apart.
Well, I have seen people sugarcoat things, but Jatin today was no filter. So he
Generally,
clearly
no
ripped apart the
filter.
entire meeting. Yes. And I honestly like the general evaluation session, especially by Jatin, because he gives an honest opinion of what is happening. Although
Yes.
I was not a part of the entire meeting as such because I joined late, I somehow missed the notification for the WhatsApp regarding the meeting. But I usually love to join Lucknow meetings.
So I'll just check it up in case whether your name, what has gone wrong and why you've not received the notification or how come
Every
it
other
got.
meeting which I've
I'll look
attended,
into
I
it.
always used to see @ Biman Samada, and somehow this meeting I couldn't. Maybe that was the issue, or maybe I missed it. I might
We'll
be with the problem as well.
we'll look into it.
No worries. Next meeting I'll definitely try to join. 4
Lovely.
p.m. Sundays, I'll try to mark my calendar for Lucknow.
Lovely. Which city are you in presently?
Currently, I'm in Hyderabad.
Oh, you're in India.
Back to India, yes. It's been roughly 9 months now. I came back last October, so 11 months, not 9, 11 months.
Lovely, lovely. Now then, please do mark your calendar and we'll VP Ed, is she there in the room? Yes, she is there in the room. VP Ed, you know whom to contact now for roles. Just Master Varun is back in India.
And don't worry about giving me a heads up notice or something. You can count on me for the last minute roles. I'm pretty sure
How
Smita might have known about it,
How
or even Jatin for
amazing
that
is
matter.
that? How amazing is that? Well, I did not know you were back in India, and you were always very forthcoming when we used to catch you up at 5 in the morning or 3 in the morning or 6 in the morning. But
I
now that you're
remember.
back in India, we'll sure to ensure that you're part of the meetings again. Thank you,
Done,
Varun. Thank you so much.
done, man.
And ET is here with us. though I did admit ET when I did see that he's joined also quite late. How do you do, ET? Great to see you here. Though you came post the table topics, something that you love to participate in. Well, ET is busy. And I think our certificates are also ready. Toastmaster Achita, what do you say? Should we declare the results? Wonderful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the outstanding performances for today's meeting. Achita, the first certificate of the best table topic speaker of the day goes to Toastmaster Bala. Heartiest congratulations, Toastmaster Bala. We'll ensure that we send the certificate to him. Our next award for the day is the Eagle Eye Role Player that goes to Toastmaster Suraj. Heartiest congratulations, Toastmaster Suraj. Wonderful our counter report. Our next certificate is the Lionheart Role Player of the Day, and that goes to none other than the listener and the general evaluator who ripped the meeting apart in the words of Toastmaster Varun. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jatin. We love this work of yours where you're truly, truly truthful about what's happening and always helping us, stay on our toes. Thank you so much. For those who are new to our meeting, Toastmaster Jatin is also the IPP of the club, and now he is also our area director. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Jatin. And with that, my dear friends, it's time to let you know that we will be meeting next Sunday at 4 o'clock. Please come, please participate. Have a great time. Believe me, we're going to have a very interesting theme the next time around also. Toastmaster Sunil, amazing job done with the book. And we have, what, 5 more chapters to go? Or how many of them? 3 more chapters to go, right? 3 more to go. And then we have our next book coming up. I hope you're all started reading Ikigai, because Ikigai is the next book that is going to be up for the book review, which we will be taking up once we finished with this book. And if you have not read it, please take it up, because Toastmaster Jatin Kilani he has nominated himself. He has volunteered to take up the book review of Ikigai. So please get your hands on this book if you haven't. And then we can do a book review and let's discuss and find out what our Ikigai is there. So thank you so much, everyone. Let's catch up. Hearty congratulations once again to all the winners. Jatin, are there any awards to be given? Anything else to be mentioned? Any area director notices to be given to the club?
Well, so there are lots of events happening. Okay, for the contest, like I mentioned last time, along with this year, international speech contest obviously is the mandatory one that's mandated from the Toastmasters International. But as the district has decided, there will be 3 other contests: the table topics contest, evaluation contest, and a new contest that the TI has come up with is online speech contest. It will become completely online, right from club level till the district level.
Wow.
Level. So that's something that is also being conducted. The ballot, I think more or less it should be similar to international speech, but we haven't got it yet. So hopefully once we receive the ballot for that, we will share it across clubs. But in preparation for the contests, since the season is coming up, there are multiple events happening across the district. One was the judges training program and the contest hall training program that happened yesterday. I had shared it in the group. If people hadn't attended, they can, or they can look at the recording if that's something that can be made available. I'll check. But there is, I believe, a chief judges training program, especially for those who are thinking of participating in the contest not as a contestant, but as a role player or as a judge. So if you get trained for that, you could take up those roles. So that's something that is that you could look up to. We would, like we said, we would try to conduct education sessions for the contestants as well. Hopefully,
Definitely.
news on that next week.
That would be good. And I think, Jatin, to second you on that, even those who do not intend becoming a judge right now, but you would like to see things from a judge's perspective, those things also help you prepare for the contest as a speaker, because then you know what the judges are looking for. What is their marking scheme? What is their training? What is it that they are trained on? So I would encourage everyone to at least attend the judges training program. And then once you have done it, you can always attend the chief judges training program as well. It's a very good learning experience. It helps you prepare your speeches better because you know where you're going to be marked upon. For instance, in the evaluations contest, we give so many commendations to the speaker, but in the judges markings, you just have, you do have points for the way you have motivated the speaker, but more points are given for recommendations. So there is no separate column for the way you have been giving your commendations or the number of commendations that you have been giving. But yes, you do have a column for recommendations. So whether you've given how, for instance, when Jatin was telling that, what is to be improved, where is it to be improved, and how is it to be improved? Those are the things that are looked upon by the judge when you are preparing for the evaluation speech contest. So I would encourage everyone to attend it. It's a good way of learning. So with that, we've come to an end. Happy Ganesh Chaturthi Ganpati Puja once again. And I would just like to end by saying that work hard, work smart, use the beauty of wisdom that God has given us all. Let's use that. And at the same time, remember what Toastmaster Sunil has just spoken about. The good Lord and the Almighty has said that things will come to you provided you have the belief in yourself, and things will work out with least effort. But that does not mean no effort. This least effort doesn't mean that you don't work, but you work with a sense of peace and calmness, with a sense of clarity, with a sense of not having the external things around you hamper in your progress and hamper your own growth. So with that, bye-bye, everyone. Nice meeting you today. Let's all catch up next week, 4 p.m. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.